What is up, you guys? Welcome back to a brand new video. It's your boy Snazzy. Just wanted to give you guys a big fucking update on the S4. So in the last video, I showed you guys all the parts that I have been accumulating for the car that I have already and that I still needed, right? So the only things that I had mentioned to you guys was I'm still waiting for the water pump and thermostat, and guess what? They're both here. Let me show you guys. All right, don't mind all this, but in here is the water pump and in here is the thermostat. And the next big update actually is, so I originally was gonna go ahead and work on the car myself. I've looked up videos on FCP Euro on how to do the job for the car, but I decided, you know what, fuck it. Like, I can take it on, right? And so after watching the videos and stuff, I was like, oh man, there's a lot of tools that I'm still missing or whatever that I still had to go get. But I ran into some difficulties. However, though, I did find a shop. So the car, even though it's still back to black right now, right? I found this shop out in Rancho Cucamonga. It's about like 30, dude, is that all fucking spider webs? Holy shit. Anyways, so I called this shop around, or I called some shops around where I live. And a bunch of the shops actually quoted me between like $1,200, $1,500, $1,800, $2,000, let alone not gonna bother calling Audi because they're gonna charge me even bigger arm and a leg. However, though, there is this one Euro shop out in Rancho that I had seen a few times or whatever, and I was like, you know what, fuck it, let me go ahead and give them a call. And so I ended up giving them a call, and I was like, hey, like, what do you guys quote to do a full PCV breather job or a full breather kit job on an S4? It includes like the PCV, so forth. And the guy's like, well, do you have all the parts? And I'm like, well, I already have completely everything that the car needs to get this thing back up and running. And the guy was like, well, it'd only be $650, bro. And I'm like, what? $650? I'm like, dog, I have the funds. So that's why I'm like, you know what? I don't really care. You know, I have the funds. It is what it is. But if I can get someone to get this thing back up right away, I'm all for it. But the only pipe that I had to order was a coolant crossover pipe. That one comes in, I want to say hopefully this week or even sometime next week, and it works out perfectly because next Friday I actually get the car towed to the shop with AAA thanks to one of my friends. And because of that, the S4 officially is going to come back up next weekend. And yeah, so I'm super stoked to finally get this thing back up and running. It's been quite some time that the car's been down, and you know, ever since the accident from the end of last year in December all the way up until now, it's just been extremely hard to just get everything that I needed. Luckily, like I mentioned before, because of people that I know and being in the car community, I've met a bunch of amazing people ever since then as well, because you know, a lot of them also donated parts to get this thing back up, and you know, so I'm eternally grateful for that. But officially next Friday, the car, like I mentioned, is gonna get dropped off, and they're gonna go ahead and do the entire PCV valve job with the water pump, thermostat, etc., because it comes with everything. On FCP Euro, the kit is like $941, and so with taxes comes out to like $1028. So it is pretty expensive, but it is a big preventative maintenance on the 3.0T for the S4s, S5s, A6s, A7s, SQ5s. And when you get it done, you get it done, because you don't want to have to deal with what I'm dealing with and the forbidden peanut butter. So, well, after the car gets finally done and all that, that's when I can start shifting my focus to finally replacing the bag that needs to be replaced. And then after the bag, then I have to do the fender. After the fender, then wrap starts. So piece by piece, it's taking some time. You know, I've been trying to save up or whatever. Luckily, I've been blessed with getting some detailed jobs, because that's what I do. And also because I'm opening up that second brand for my microfiber drying towels, I'm doing that. So yeah. All right, what's up, y'all? So from that last clip that you guys saw, it was Thursday. It is now Monday, July 21st, but I wanted to give you guys another update. So today, the coolant crossover pipe should be coming in today. It is the last and final missing piece to put the S4 back together. And so what I was trying to say previous was that one of my good friends, they're gonna let me borrow, or one of my good friends is gonna let me use their AAA so I can get the car towed over to the shop in Rancho Cucamonga. I can't remember exactly like what the street is called, but the shop is called Eurotech Motors. So they specialize in all Euros, but mainly they're familiar with like the Audi and like the PCV, all the issues that I'm dealing with and stuff. The guy's like really knowledgeable and all that. So the guy's only quoted me $675. I have the funds, and so I'm gonna go ahead and get that done. Right now the goal is to try and raise up the car manually, because since the car is completely aired out and I can't start up the car, I need to manually fill in the air tank so I can raise the car, because there's a bag that I still need to replace. Once I can replace that bag, then it'll be good, because now all fours will be able to sustain air and stay raised until Friday, when the tow truck does come and pick up the car and take it to the shop. But I will update you guys when the cooling crossover pipe comes in. I'll show you guys exactly what that looks like. I got it off a website called Parts Geek. They have a lot of good parts. That's where I ordered my last S4 bumper when the first ever incident happened on the front end of the car. And from at least my experience, all the parts, they're really good parts and stuff. But yeah, that's pretty much it. Right now, I'm pretty much ready. I'm gonna go to the gym right now. Once I go to the gym, I'm gonna stay up to date to see exactly where the package is at. And then once I get the update with the package, then I'll go ahead and let you guys know and show you exactly what that looks like and where that goes. That way, if you guys have any questions later down the road, or if you guys have any questions after watching this video on what you need exactly to do the whole PCV valve job, leave it in the comments and I'll get back to you. So yeah. All right, so from the last clip that you guys saw, I was talking about how I still needed to replace that bag, right? Because we're trying to get the car shipped over to the Euro shop. So I finished around like 1 in the morning. I got some help. So I got an extra set of hands to help me get the replacement bag. Now it's in there, so now it's no longer gonna leak. It's a brand new bag. I put on new Teflon tape and everything, so now the car is completely aired up all the way on all fours, which means I can start washing it and getting it prepped and everything to get it towed over to the shop. And then the only other thing I did talk to you guys about that I was missing was a cooling crossover pipe, which is in this big ass fucking bag right here. So that's finally in. So now I completely have everything to get the whole PCV valve job done on the S4. And that's pretty much it, y'all. So I'm super stoked to fucking finally be driving this thing once again, you know, and then obviously like get the fenders sorted out. So all the exterior other things that I can do, I'm gonna end up doing them regardless. But this was the main thing, to finish that, and then doing that was vital, because or else I wouldn't have been able to get the car, or have been able to get the car at least up on the tow truck. But that is pretty much that. And then I did talk to you guys that I'm coming out with a brand new microfiber drying towel. So the first sample is in that bag. So I'm gonna review it today and let you guys know what I think, my thoughts, and once I do, then we can go ahead and place that bulk order for that. But that's pretty much it, y'all. Let me show you guys one more walk around. The car is no longer aired up. It is not, aired down. It is completely aired up all the way. And yeah, so now we get started. In other words, I'm gonna go ahead and just end the video here. Might as well, just because I feel like the video's already been long. But now that I got all the parts and stuff that I needed for the S4, then now the only thing to do now, or the only things to do left, is to start focusing on getting the fender replaced, getting the dent out of the hood, and then officially starting wrap on the car. The headlight situation, I'm more than likely just gonna transfer over the headlight housing from the new headlights that I got, and then just swap them over onto the OEM ones, because those have new tabs and everything, so it'll be still like brand new, but with all the internal stuff from the other headlights. And that's pretty much it, y'all. So stay up to date. There's a lot coming for the car. In the next video that I'm gonna start filming right after this one, I'm gonna start talking to you guys about like the drying towel and my thoughts behind that, and what that's gonna look like for Snazzy Detail. But yeah, so if you guys liked the video, go ahead and leave the video a like, comment, subscribe, hit that notification bell so you guys know when I'm gonna upload more videos, or when I do upload more videos. I'm gonna leave the links down to my Instagram, my social media, or I'm gonna leave down the links in the bio for my social media, for my main page, which is for the S4, my detail page, and the microfiber drying car care page that I'm adding onto that. But other than that, y'all, that's pretty much it. I appreciate you guys. So see you guys in the next one. Been your boy Snazzy. Later.